Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, took you home and be a long one. Show me how you do it. All right. This is hilarious. Spirit is messy. Nah, just playing. Nah, they messy. Ooh, you know I love you down, girl. You know I love you down. But you know I see the truth. I'm a truth teller. I get so mad at people whenever they like, I try to tell them a flaw about myself. Ooh, girl. I try to tell them a flaw about myself and they're like, girl, don't say that about yourself. You should like have more love for yourself. No, I have love for myself. And I'm painfully honest, and that's why I know that I have love for myself. I love myself so much that I have to tell the truth because I expect everybody else confirmation. I expect everybody else around me to be so painfully honest with themselves that if I'm not the same way, what the fuck am I? And even as I'm telling people shit about themselves, that spirit tells me to tell them, or that I see in the cards, or that I channel, look at this right side, feminine energy, as I tell them, I still say, girl, I'm no better. I'm no better. I had to learn this way. This was one of my shadow traits. I'm still working on this. Or I still haven't figured this one out yet at all. Or I just overcame this. Or I just became aware of this in myself. Or I know somebody like this. Or I've dealt with this before. Or even if I have no idea and I've never been through it, I'm still telling them I'm not perfect by any fucking means. We may walk two totally different paths. But I swear to God, I'm so fucking imperfect. But the one thing that I do give myself credit for is I was put on this earth to be a truth teller. And when you book me, you must know that I'm going to see the truth and I'm going to tell the truth, right? And it's like, very rare do people get offended by it because I do say it with love. But some people are like, well, everything you said was mostly true except for when you told me the truth about myself. Yeah, girl, I guess, girl. If they have any ulterior motives, if they have any harmful energy that they feel about her, please expose her enemies to her. Do not allow them to hide in the shadows. Line them up one by one and allow spirit to expose them in an embarrassing way. Allow her to see her enemies clearly. And give her the power to do what she needs to do about that. Your spirit team has a lot to say, girl. 6:15 on the timer as I'm starting. That could be significant. June 15th, June 16th, June 17th. The number 6, the number 18. Queen of Swords. We finna run the truth by, baby. I am Queen of Swords, High Priestess in reverse. I feel like maybe you're hiding something. I feel like you're mostly hiding it from yourself. Something that's not very fair right now. I feel like you do come off as a very blunt and honest person, but there's something within you. It just makes you not want to do the right thing about something. This could be a trait that you learned in your childhood. Something that's been, it kind of makes your life be a little bit inconsistent. So kind of the Knight of Wands to me is, although they come in kind of reckless and passionate sometimes, then other times they just pull back altogether. This reminds me of when my emotions were out of control. I used to think I was bipolar before my spiritual shit, but we'll just say bipolar to round off the energy. 7/17, 7/18 could be significant. July 18th and July 17th. This reminds me of like me, I would call myself Brooke, and then I had like an alter ego, which was like everybody else's fucking energy that I wasn't aware of. Look at me breaking out as I'm absorbing all your energy. The letter C could be significant. There's like a little heart or something here, 2 hearts, 3 hearts, cute. The letter C is very significant. And I would build my life this is the truth. I would build my life very steady, and I would get my cleaning business up to date, and I would get clients, and I would be a great mother, and my house would be clean, and I'd be very focused. And then ever so often I would just lash the fuck out and spiral and spaz out and go on these little manic episodes, is what I thought they were. But I was really just so filled with everyone else's bad energy, right? And I was just not emotionally regulated, to be honest. If I'm just holding myself fully accountable, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, right? August 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th, and 13th and 14th could be significant. The 14th of the month could be very significant for you. August in general could be significant. And I would ruin my life. I would cuss out clients. I would lose clients. I would backtrack. And this would be for 6 weeks. I mean, I was wrecking shop for 6 weeks, and I'd kind of snap back out of it. And after 6 weeks, I'd be back to Brooke. I wasn't Elizabeth anymore, right? And I'm like, what the fuck did this bitch do? She cussed out every client. She quit everybody. Now I have to restart my business from the ground up and so forth. And got to re-clean my house. And need to, you know, I was wrecking cars. I was totaling my cars. I was going fucking psycho. I was stupid as fuck. I would spend all my money. I wouldn't pay my bills. So now I'm having to pay bills and get caught up and pay late fees and be late on everything. And, you know, all kind of shit, girl. Like I was tripping. But whatever that energy was, that's what it reminds me of when I see Knight of Wands, because sometimes you're slow and steady wins the race, you're consistent. And then sometimes you're too chaotic. And then sometimes you pull back altogether. It's just very inconsistent energy. So when I would look back and be like, damn, I've had my cleaning business for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Why have I had not one client for more than 2 years? Shouldn't they all be, or most of them be, a long period of time with me? If I know what the fuck I'm doing, I did know what I was doing, but I would ruin it in those moments. I would ruin it in those moments. And that is a thing that you do. Whatever this thing is that they're showing me here, it's something that you do where you see it very clearly. Queen of Swords. You know it. You know that you do it. You know it's not fair either. And you've learned it. You've learned this trait from somebody who wasn't fair to you. That's the truth. Whatever happened to you that makes you kind of rest and retreat from your own life and not pour into your own life sometimes, but not realizing that you're not just taking a break or a vacation. You're not just resting. You're letting your life unravel all of the effort that you put in, and then you're not honest about it. You keep secrets. There's something that you do it's not fair. It's not just, it's not honest. I think it's a big truth that you are hiding. Keep in mind, girl, I don't give a fuck. I got 20 million secrets, but in this case, Spirit is bringing this to my attention, not to put you on blast, not to make you feel bad, not to say, ha, I gotcha. No, This is something that it only affects you in the long run. I think it affects you more than you realize. I don't think that you realize it's affecting you. And it has to do with karma. It has to do with the energy you're putting out and the energy you're accepting, the energy you're receiving back. Because you've picked up a trait from somebody in your childhood, somewhere along the way, that you've instilled in your brain that you say, this is how I have to survive. But it's outgrown, it's outdated. You don't need to do that anymore. It's well past its expiration date. It makes you not happy. It makes you very unfulfilled inside. And you could do this because you feel unfulfilled inside. So it's not like you're working hard and then you say, you know what, I deserve a break. And then you schedule in a vacation, or you schedule in 2 days off, or you make sure you get off an hour early once a month to take a nap. I mean, you don't do it that way where it's planned. You just let shit unravel. This really to me looks like self-sabotage, intentional self-sabotage. It does look like that. And I think what I'm referring to is a blend of about 4 different things, because I don't think that one of those things is just that. I think I'm referring to the not being honest about something, the keeping secrets about something. I think I'm talking about self-sabotage, right? The retreating. I think I'm talking about the inconsistencies. Really, what I'm seeing here sort of also is it's kind of giving like you entertain shit that is irrelevant and it takes up too much of your time. You get involved in these dramas trying to sort of like win. It's maybe like your ego's in the way a little bit. Like it's giving like win at all costs. I'm really surprised the 5 of Swords didn't come out, but that's the energy I'm feeling behind this. I don't think any other reader would read it that way, but I am reading it that way. 4 of Cups, and you're disconnected from it. That's true. You maybe don't see it. I think I'm bringing it to your attention. I don't think you see it. I don't think you realize it. This is something you were shown. And look at it. 5 of Swords right here, look. This is something you were shown. I think your mom showed you this. I think your mom was a #1 finessa, but I think your mom was in a low vibrational environment. No offense. I don't know the situation with your mom, but I do see the Empress card here, so I'll just say that. This one was face down, okay? Right on top of illusion and confusion. Okay, this is hope, prosperity, your connection to source. Miracles happening, the flow, the abundance, the brighter side of things, having an optimistic attitude and being connected to your gifts and life working out well for you. It's blocked right now due to this illusion and confusion. It has to do with something where it's like you have to make everything even, that tit for tat, get back, revenge shit. You get very determined when you feel like somebody got you, okay? You maybe weaponize your nurturing energy. You may have learned this from your mother. You may have learned this as a mother. You may have learned to withhold your feminine energy or withhold your nurturing abilities, or there's something where it affects that. Because this may not have to do with the mom at all, but Empress is the card for a mother, but it also is the card for creativity and being able to be fertile with ideas and birth new opportunities for yourself. If you're looking at it like that, it's your sort of flow of abundance for a woman is really how you would look at that, especially in combination with the star. But you worry too much about what someone else is doing, and you sort of maybe watch them when you feel like they got you, and then you got to win at all costs. You got to win at all costs, meaning you will fucking do whatever it takes to win, even if you lose, you know? I mean, it really is that. But Spirit says you're only sabotaging yourself by trying to make it even and being so dead set on balancing out the score that you don't even realize there's a whole world happening around you. I'm picturing like an anthill, and like all these ants just stole a crumb from your sandwich, right? And you're like, oh, fuck that shit. And you spend years like just like getting these fucking ants because they got your crumb. And then you turn around and you're like, oh shit, there's a whole world. I didn't even realize I was stuck in this one fucking anthill. Like, you're a human. You could just step over it and keep going. Fuck that crumb. Fuck that crumb. Seriously. I'm also picturing that little quote. If the queen gets off her throne to address every dog that barks at her, she would literally never be on her throne. She wouldn't be a queen at all. She'd be a dog. I'm also getting the little saying, oh, they took that one from me. I don't remember what I was going to say. I guess they don't want me to say it. That's interesting. Wow, okay. Anyways, stop entertaining shit that's irrelevant. Stop getting so sidetracked by petty shit that doesn't pertain to your future. Stop acting like it's your only option to stay there. You get so... I think that your mom was like a finesser. I think you saw her do it. I think you saw her do it, and I think you learned it, or she had to do it for survival, and you picked it up on survival, but you don't need that anymore. It's actually hurting you more than it's helping you. Whatever that is, I can't quite verbalize it for some reason. Weird that I called out Five of Swords and it came out. It's like if somebody does you unfair, you will go to the ends of the earth to make it not fair, but to make it unfair for them. But in doing so, you're ruining your shit. It's the Spirit is showing me when I used to do this. So my baby daddy and me were together, like I think after 3 or 4 years, I found out he was cheating on me, right? And I was so heartbroken and so taken aback. Girl, I stayed with him 3 additional years, not to forgive him, but to cheat back. Do you hear me? It's like you're this want to be powerful and in charge and dominant, but it's really mentally torturing you inside because you just won't fucking let go of it. But it needs to end. It's a cycle that you're stuck in, and it stems from ego, and it stems from wanting to be seen a certain way. But this is from your childhood. This is from your childhood, and Spirit really wants you to take a look at it, because you don't realize how trapped in your head you are when you do things like this. I stayed with him for 3 years to cheat on him. Do you understand that? Did I get anything out of that? No. Will I ever get that time back? No. Did I learn anything from it other than don't ever do that dumbass shit again? Yes. I mean, no. Sorry. That's all I learned was don't do that dumbass shit again. But like, I didn't do shit but not make movement for 3 years because I was like Plankton with SpongeBob, or like Tom and Jerry, or like an arch nemesis that just needed to get them back. And it's like, but don't do that. Just take the lesson. I keep seeing the World card for you. I think I just saw it again. Yeah, the World card. This is kind of like cycles that are happening for you, but it's kind of giving like you haven't closed any of them out. You've got to close them out. There's a whole bunch of like half-learned lessons, or lessons where you miss the point. Read between the lines. Don't do tit for tat, get back. Observe. You're not taking accountability. You're not holding yourself accountable. Kind of all those cards we saw earlier. That kind of is really, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, it's this. And death at the bottom of the deck is kind of you refusing to change, or you haven't changed. And it's really messing with your independence and your ability to be self-sufficient. Your ability to be independent and take care of yourself. Not just with money, but you're putting too much power. This is a separate thing. I'm just, I guess, trickling into lesson 2. This is a separate thing apparently, but you're putting your livelihood, your happiness in other people's hands where they have the power to choose for you, take away from you, give to you, make you happy, not make you happy, but you should make yourself happy. You should get yourself grounded, because if not, it's going to be a whole bunch of tower moments. And you do need to operate in your integrity. There's something about it where you're not operating in your integrity, and that's what's blocking your spiritual flow, your gifts. You're confusing the universe is what you're doing. Judgment, look. You're kind of keeping it a little bit reserved. You're not really speaking about it. You think nobody sees it. Maybe they don't. Maybe you've done a really good job. But you have a choice to make, because it's just going to cause for either a really painful ending or a really happy future. So I think that there's a part of you that's maybe too prideful to admit, shit, I think I've been fucking up my whole life. Girl, I had to do it. Shit is humbling experience. To say, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I've never known what the fuck I was doing. Everything that I thought was correct is actually incorrect. And I've been a piece of shit my whole life, and I got to start changing it now. I had a girl tell me the other day she couldn't wait to fix her life so she could be like me. Oh yeah, you too could be a 34-year-old single mother with 3 kids and have a roommate. You too could suffer from mental illness and isolate in your room for 2 years because you attract only narcissists and you don't know how to stand up for yourself. You too could do this. There's hope for everyone, you know? Yeah, right. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a vessel for spirit to work through me to deliver messages. This is not from me. I don't think I'm high and mighty. I don't even have a driver's license. I have a GED from 2013. Girl, I don't got shit together. I don't got shit together. When I tell you I don't got shit together, I have done a lot of work on myself though, and I've humbled myself greatly. It's been a very, very, very experience of humility and losing my ego. Because what I realized was me acting like I had it all together prevented me from having it all together. Sometimes you have to say, I don't have it all together. And what I've realized is, I can tell I'm absorbing a lot of your energy right now. What I've realized is, wow. Whoa, girl. Well, that's insane. What I've realized is, there's been a lot more people once I took that hardened shell off and I got in my receiving energy, not just giving to get something out of it, not just taking and not just giving to not get anything out of it. There's a flow that has to occur. It's reciprocal energy. Don't block your chances of receiving by acting like you have it all. Don't act like you know everything that nobody's willing to teach you, or you're not willing to learn even if they do try to teach you. Something like that. Don't only give because you think that you're not worthy of receiving, and don't only receive because you don't want to give. Don't be a taker, but don't overgive until you drain yourself dry thinking that you're not worthy to receive. There's a flow of things that have to happen. Don't only be a good person when you're around good people that deserve it, because what if they're doing the same thing? Then y'all are just 2 bad people. Be a good person no matter what. I used to run bitches off the road. Fuck with me one time. I used to slap bitches if they don't fucking do what the fuck I need them to fucking do. Bitch, you got me fucked up. Were they wrong for approaching me? Absolutely. Bitch, you got me fucked up. But was I wrong for giving them that side and stooping to their level? Absolutely. Absolutely. Girl, I've lost everything from a clean record to passenger doors. You understand? But let me tell you something. I have a certain list of morals that I have to go by these days. That no matter how much people try to trigger me, how wrong they do me, that doesn't mean I sit around and take it. That means I'm an adult and I can leave. That doesn't mean I have to pretend I don't see what's happening. I can still call them out in a respectful way. I see what the fuck you're doing. I'm not good with it. And this is why I'm leaving. And this is why you'll never hear from me again. I don't think this is something you can work on, nor am I willing to forgive you. You have a good day. Thank you. I know when people try to trigger me. I know when people disrespect me. But I still have to operate with integrity. Very important. It was humbling for me because I always felt like I had to get them back too. I think that's a lesson you need to learn. Especially when I was calling on those cards, like you're not willing to take a loss, not willing to take a loss, not willing to take a loss. Baby, you're going to take a loss by not taking a loss. If you know a situation is not good for you, you need to leave.